Well, it's been a busy time here at Gas Under Pressure, and I'm getting chased around by mosquitoes here. I may have to light my mosquito coil to give myself a little bit of respite, so I'm gonna do that real quick so I don't get ate all to death. But let's do this here. Someone asked me on one of the previous videos to say, hey, see, you have one of those mosquito coils. Do you actually use those things? Actually, he said for mozzies. I was like, aha, found the Australian. Wow. Yes, I indeed do use these. They do work. And since I got the doors open today, they're trying to come in. The weather's got hot here again, so this is going to be a little bit sweaty. Okay, go away, dude. All right, maybe he'll go away here shortly. Anyway, so what we got here today, it's been really quite busy because not only do I do the video, I've got a regular day gig, and then we like to go out and do the man, he just doesn't want to give up. Do some picking and stuff like that, the antique shows and everything else. So, okay, you're gonna go that way. That's fine. So what I ended up doing, I don't know why it keeps going for my face. It's really very annoying. But anyway, so went to a antique show out in Round Top, Texas, and that's a huge one. It actually spans between two towns, and Warrenton to Round Top, and so it's absolutely huge. It takes there's pieces of them, so I guess he won't be bothering me anymore. Anyway, right, so spans two towns. It's giant. Takes 2 days to go through the thing, and those 2 days are like massive hiking expeditions. So we usually try to do about half of it in one day, and then the other half in the other day. And if we've got any gas left on the third day, we might hit some of the other local towns around us. 14,000, 20,000 steps a day or something like that to get through this thing. But so what I did is that I found this little dude here, which is a Coleman 520. The cover is also the cooking pot. These arms flip out like that, so it's really more like this. So you'd be able to cook like this. I got his brother now apparently. Go away. So anyway, okay. So I found this at one of the antique stores, and I got a really good deal on it. And the cool thing about it is that this one has got a nice little label on it here that I don't know if you can read it or not, but it says property of the United States Government Office of Civil Defense, or Civilian Defense. So yeah, so that's what this is all about. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a bit of a light up on this. This one here was made in 1943, and it does have the Coleman stamp here, although it is pretty light. It has the 4 leg, or this one has 3 legs. The original ones had 4. They moved to 3 as they went on further. This one here, you know, what I didn't do is I did not replace the cap seal in this one. I may have to do that real quick because this one is not holding real well. I was going to try to avoid doing that here so I didn't bore you with it, but I guess for the folks here who have not seen how a cap seal replacement is done, I guess this will be your grand opportunity to see how this is actually done. So people say, how do you do it? It's really pretty simple. You just you gotta loosen the screw here in the cap. This is a 3-piece cap, so this one is actually pretty easy. I can't get this one torqued down enough with my hands, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my pliers, and I'm gonna use a little piece of protective cardboard here, and we're gonna kind of grip on this, and then we're gonna tighten it down so I can get that screw loose. So hopefully this, it's still spinning. Okay, we gotta work a little harder on this. Thought I got it enough, but maybe not. Okay, make sure that I've got some good surface. Yeah, because I just don't want to mar up the surface of the cap, which is the main reason we use this little piece of stuff to protect it. So that should get it quite tight. And this should allow us to unscrew the screw. So yeah, you just usually, wow, it's still spinning in there. And I got that cranked down pretty tight. Wow. This may get more interesting as we go, huh? Okay, that actually went through my thing and did exactly what I didn't want to do, and that was scuff the cap. Well, that's the way it goes. But good thing is, screw's loose. We'll get this other one here that has more left to it and use that to take this off. And that way, I won't mess it up any further. Dang it, that's really annoying. All right, come on. Get that. Cap's loose. So there you go. So it's kind of leaking all over the place. The oil that is you see here is actually, this kind of looks like oil. Some of that's some kind of rusty blow by, and because even though this one is in it's in really good shape, it had some pretty old fuel in it and it was pretty stinky. But the bottom of this looks oops, I gotta be careful I don't spill it out because there is some fuel in it. The bottom of this does look really good. It's there's no rust spots or anything else like that on it. So we'll just make short work of this here with the little bitty cap seals. The number 1 from Bassnuts, so this will be a quick and easy change out. This hopefully will fit on there just like it's supposed to. Kind of looks like it will. I don't know. This looks really small. I may not want to do that. We'll see if we can get it in. Yeah, it should go in. Yep, I think so. All right, so I know I need, with this kind of thing, I need to have a little bit of water to cool this off. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, a little discombobulated today. I thought this was going to go a little bit smoother, but well, you know, sometimes things just don't go quite to plan. So try to do a simple light up and you run into these kind of things. Well, so full disclosure, I did actually yeah, that was another mosquito. Man, maybe this isn't as working as good as I hoped. Anyway, I spin this around. I lit this up just to see if it would go, and it did, but that's when I found out that I had the problem with the cap seal. So we're gonna torch this real quick. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Drop this in the water. Get it to kind of blow off some of that old gasket material. Grab our favorite dental tool and start to picking at this here a little bit. So, yeah, it was it was kind of funny. I was thinking, oh yeah, I really need to do this before I start the video so that way I don't bore people to tears with this. Well, yeah, sorry about that, folks. But we're trying to blast through this as quick as we can. It's coming along pretty quickly, except for me putting some apprentice marks there on the cap. Oh well. It's like I moved my camera a little bit. Okay. Get this all kind of rinsed off. Try not to lose any more parts than I already have. Probably should be using one of my parts trays that I talk about all the time, right? That way you don't run short of the parts and pieces. So it looks pretty good. Get a little brush in here. Yeah, I also picked up some kerosene heaters, Aladdin kerosene heaters, so I spent some time today working on those. And got one of those working. Need to order new wicks for them, but they should be in pretty good shape before too long, because eventually we're going to have some cold weather here again in Texas. I cannot wait. So here in Texas, we kind of have what's called false fall and second summer. So yeah, we had some days where it was starting off at 50 degrees in the mornings, and boy, it just felt fantastic. And you're like, yes, finally, we've broken the back of summer, and we won't have to worry about this anymore. And unfortunately, that doesn't always hold the entire time through, because like right now we're basically back to the high humidity and high temperatures. I don't know what the heat index is right now, but it's annoying. So that part is kind of not fun. So okay, this is going to take me a minute to do this, so we're going to do a little creative editing here, and then we'll return back to this so you can see the actual thing you came here to see. Oh, man. Now I got this happening. It broke my favorite tool. Well, when it rains, it pours. All right, we'll see you back here in a few minutes, and hopefully I will have everything back together, and we'll have less broken pieces. Okay. Wow, that was really kind of a nuisance there. The edges of the cup that holds the washer in there are chamfered in, and so you kind of have to pry it over the top and get it in there, and then finally it goes, and then you're like, okay, that's great. So yeah, how to turn something that would be a very quick 5-minute job into one that is significantly longer than that. But anyway, that's the deal here. I also see that there is the little clip here that is for holding the fuel cap. It's got the little chain on here, but that's been disconnected. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and pull this clip out, and then we'll run it back through this little hoop here, so that way we can have a captive fuel cap once again. So there we go. So now the cap won't get lost. I didn't put a lot of fuel in it last time, and you know, these little tiny number 1 caps, they're so small, they really work better with a funnel like this, more so than one of these. So that's some kerosene in there, but I guess that'll be fine. Some white gas, and we're just gonna kind of put some in there. You know, there's gonna be a little bit of kerosene in there, but it's not gonna really hurt anything. But I definitely wanted to get more fuel in the head than the last time, and it was a bit of a struggle, like I said, because even though these funnels will fit into the smaller hole, they fit tight enough, and even though there is some air relief in there, they have a tendency to kind of blow back, and they end up sputtering fuel back out, because the fuel, as it comes out, the air going out, rushing back, sucks it through and blows it right back out again, and it really makes for a difficult fill. So you actually have to kind of pull it out and angle it so it can actually fill right. So at any rate, right, hopefully this will now give us a good start, because it was a little bit problematic. You know, when I got it, the main valve was froze, but I went ahead and I'm cranking it down real tight to kind of help seat that gasket, because it still is fighting me a little bit. The main valve was froze, but a little bit of heat applied to this here got it to loosen up, so now it operates as it should. It appears, and I did not check, that it has a spare generator in here, so let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. Spare generator. Looks like it's been used, so looks like they really worked on it to get it out of there. But anyway, so there's a spare, but I don't know how much use it's going to be. Might need to have a little bit of rehab work done on it. The other thing about this, it's got a little bump out here, and the bump out engages this, so that way when you put this on, it locks in place. Well, locks, I use the term loosely. It'll hold the top on a little better. So anyway, that's how that part works there. But now what you actually came here to see was, like, can we see some fire? No problem. We should be able to pump this up pretty easy, because now it's going to hold pressure. The other day didn't have much fuel in it, and I didn't have a very good sealing cap, so it took a bit of doing, but we should be all right now. And I didn't even have to lubricate this. It just worked, and check valve seems to work pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and do what we normally do. We're going to open this a quarter turn, listen for the spit. Now, the fuel air on here may be stuck. I'm not sure, because I hear it blow a lot of... Oh, there she goes. Maybe she'll behave. Let's see. Well, I can see it. It's not like the M1950 where it goes in there and throws a bunch of fuel up and you use that to preheat it. So I'm going to turn this off for a moment. Rotate this cleaning lever a bit. And what I did last time is that I kind of did this. That's a lot of fuel. I find that opening it all the way at the moment seems to be the best way to get her to go. And then you'll let that kind of preheat. And then I can open it all the way. Maybe. These are always kind of flamey when they start. So we'll kind of let this do this a bit. Don't be alarmed. That's kind of how they start. But now we're kind of getting to a better spot here. The valve is all the way open. We're just low on pressure, so we'll give it some pressure. There we go. Working pretty good. I don't know when the last time this was fired, but yeah, it seems to work pretty good. Doesn't look like it got a whole lot of use, and it could probably do with a bit of a tank flush and whatnot. So I'm just kind of whiz this one together for y'all, so you have something to look at. My weekend was busy with going on to that trip, so this is kind of what you get. And I was kind of hoping this one was be a little quicker than this, but yeah, we're running a little bit long as we normally do, so I guess that's how it is. So anyway, that is the M520. I believe I got that right. And from 1943, it's was issued to U.S. Civil Defense or Civilian Defense, Office of Civilian Defense. You get that right. And she works great. So thanks for watching, and appreciate if you guys, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. It helps the channel grow. The more the channel grows, the more people see it. Any content suggestions that you might have, let me know. I'll see what I can do to get them up. Until next time, keep them lit.